I'm gonna cut some lettuce. Just cut it right off at the stalk like this, but look at the one that's next to it. See, I cut this off a couple of weeks ago, and all these leaves here are growing back. So that's pretty neat. I didn't expect that to happen, but we have a new crop of leaves growing up on all the cut lettuce that we have. So that's pretty cool, eh? Yeah, look at this one. Look at this one. Here's the stalk that was cut, and brand new. A brand new one is growing out of it. It's like a miracle. Oh boy, check this out. Look at this pepper. This is called a holy moly. Look how big that thing is. And usually when they're that shape, I've got a feeling it's going to be a hot one. There's a lot of them on here growing. I'll have to pick that one and see how hot they really are. Oh, look at this. I got a ton of Roma tomatoes. Oh man, I love these tomatoes. They have a really nice body to them. You can really cook them down. I don't have any red ones yet, but they'll come soon enough. Here's another pepper plant. These are just called monster bells. They're not quite monstrous yet, as you can see. This one's kind of growing strange here. It's being stuck, I think, by this. I don't know. I don't know. I don't want to mess with it. I don't know if it's going to grow. It might grow around the stem. I don't know. It's a monster bell. And then over here I got banana peppers, as you can see. I think you can see it. Lots of them growing here. A lot of flowers on them. Pretty happy with my peppers. Look at how tall this plant is. Man, oh man, I'm glad we put these stakes on here. I bet you it's going to get up this tall, maybe even taller. I might be able to climb up it like Jack and the Beanstalk. Who knows? You know, if I'm flicking the flowers like I told you should do, you get them pollinated. So, happy with this one too. Dory was telling me that there's an eggplant growing. Oh yeah, right here. There's one. I wonder if that's the one she was talking about. Oh, look at that one. Oh man, I think that's ready to pick. I'll pick that baby tomorrow and put it on the grill. All right, let's go around the other side and look at it. Get some of these leaves out of the way here. Wow. Wow. Yeah, I think I'm gonna take it off right now. Who knows? Some creature of the night might come in here. Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna set you down for a second here while I do this. I better get my saw. Get my saw. Get my saw. I'll get my saw. I'm gonna cut this off here. Try not to cut anything but. I hope. That one's going on the grill. Now I'm going to go in the kitchen and make something with this. I think I'll have it for breakfast. Yeah, that's the ticket. Alright, here are the radishes that came out of the garden. I'm going to take a nice big one like this. And just kind of, there's a piece of radish from before. I'm just going to kind of take the skin off, the redness off the outside. On this you could use a potato peeler if you want. I just like using my knife skills, or knives dash saw. I use this quite a bit for other things, like cutting zucchinis off the vine, and like we just got done seeing, eggplant. Okay, now what I need to do is I need to start slicing it thin, like paper thin. Oh, look at, you can, I think you can see through that, right? Just about. Can you see through that? Pretty close. And then I'll flip this over, and then I'll just cut some smaller pieces. So now I just have to take this over to the stove. I got some onions and some mushrooms and some peppers all going on in the grill right now, and I'm just going to throw these in the grill too. And just going to put a little olive oil in there and just let it slowly simmer in the olive oil. And then in a little while after that, and you start to see that everything's getting kind of dry again, that's when I pour in some white wine. And, you know, be generous with the white wine. Don't pour the whole bottle in, but yeah, maybe about that much. And just let it simmer in the wine, and it's just going to bring out the sweetness. Oh, I also have some little tiny tomatoes in there too. They call cherry tomatoes. I'm not even cutting those apart, just cooking them right down. You'll see what it looks like in just a minute. I got to get these in the stove right now. Here they go. Now at this point, you could, pretty much everything's cooked down except for these radishes. I'm going to let them cook a little bit more in this wine solution. You could add other things to this. You could chop up some carrots real thin, whatever, you know. But I got, like I said, I got the peppers, the tomatoes, now the radishes. Oh boy, you could even put in some chopped up olives in this. I'm thinking chopped up olives would be really good in there too. But you can see the size of the tomatoes right here. They're just little bitty things, and they're cooking down really nicely. That one right here, I thought, oh, an olive, that would be cool. Maybe I'll go and find some in the refrigerator right now. Oh, by the way, it's now time to wash up the lettuce, and wash up the lettuce really good. I'll show you what we're going to do with that in just a little bit. Alright, so I did find some olives, and they're cooking down really good, I think. I think they're, oh, wow, what a wonderful smell. A smell like I've never smelled before. Isn't that something? It smells so good. Alright, gotta go cut some lettuce now. Now, I gotta just take the leaves off the stalks. That's the first thing we have to do. I think you could eat the stalks if you wanted to. I would think it would be similar to eating like celery, right? Yeah, but we're not going to throw those in right now. I'll keep some of the stalks that are on the inside of the leaves, like these. I will keep those in, but these heavier ones, I don't think so. Just get rid of that. And we used to have a scissors around here that could cut lettuce. So unless somebody comes and tells me where that scissors is, I'm going to use a pizza cutter, because that would be the man. Oh, somebody just walked in just now. I wonder who that could be. Aha! A scissors that cuts lettuce. You see that? How many times does it cut? It looks like it'll cut 3 pieces at one time. How about that? Let's give it a try. Do you have any idea what I'm going to do with this lettuce all chopped up? Do you have any ideas at all? I'll tell you, it's pretty easy to get your finger caught in there, so you really have to be careful. Oh, I heard somebody out there, I heard him say, I wish he would have used that pizza cutter. Well, okay, I heard you say that. Let's see what happens if we use a pizza cutter. That's a good idea. Let's just put it all in a pile like this, and just run a pizza cutter through it. You can always use a pizza cutter.
And I've already run into my finger a couple of times here and it didn't cut it. So I think maybe a pizza cutter might be the way to go on this. So, all right. Now I'm going to go and wash this off again. I'm going to stick it in here. I'm going to run some water through it. Just make sure that everything is looking good. You never know, there might be a little bug or something in there yet. But I'm going to run it through the water. Alright, so all the lettuce has been washed now. And now we have another gizmo we're going to bring in. And that's the spinner. Oh, you women all probably know about it, but you guys probably don't. You just put it on there and watch this. And just like that, you hit the brake, it comes to a stop. The spinner is clean, kind of. And look at the lettuce. Look at how that lettuce looks. Isn't that beautiful? And guess what? There's no more water in it. All the water is here in the bowl. That's why they call it a spinner. All right. Okay, now I'm going to take these over to the stove. And now the mystery. What am I going to do with the lettuce? I'm going to throw it all in with this concoction of wonderful goodness that's in this pan. Ooh-wee. Try to get it all in there. If you ever had spinach and you cook spinach, you'll be surprised what a little lettuce will do. And I think you'll enjoy it once, you know, I don't know how it works with iceberg lettuce, but for this leafy lettuce, I've had it and it's great. So now I'm just going to cover that up. I'm putting it on a low simmer and I'm just going to let that simmer and I'll be back and show you what happens when the lettuce starts to simmer and wilts. Alright, let's take a look and see what it looks like. These are wilted now. Yes, they are. They are wilted. Alright. Well, what I did here is I have some eggs, right? And these eggs, it's the same thing as any kind of scrambled eggs. I have 4 eggs in here. You just whip them up and then you add a little bit of milk to it and then whip them up a little bit more. That's all that's to it. So now I just take the solution and I pour it all over the whole thing. Right over into the corners. Just try to get all that goodness in there. And I'm going to add a little bit of garlic powder to this right now. And some minced onions, even though there are some onions in there. Little extra onions never hurt anything. And we'll probably put a little bit of pepper in there also, because there's no pepper at all in this concoction. And just a little bit of sea salt. We don't use much sea salt. We don't use much salt at all in our cooking. You can do whatever you want, but that's all we're putting in. So, now we'll take the cover, put the cover on, and in about 3 minutes I'll check it again. Alright, let's see what it looks like. It's cooled down a little bit here. Now that's what it's supposed to look like. Now maybe what we can do is just sprinkle on a little cheese on top of this, and then cut it up like a pizza, and put it on our plate. What do you think about that?
Yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
Okay, let's do that. That's the way it looks, huh? A little cheese on top of it. I guess we're going to settle down. Me and Dory are going to settle down for a little bit of this. It's like Dory says it's like a frittata. Is that
Frittata.
Frittata.
A little bit, not as thick.
Maybe I'll call it a frittata. It all depends on how hot those peppers are.
As long as it's got good ingredients, it's going to be good.
Yeah, it's got mushrooms, tomatoes, a little bit of pork in it from the grill, from out at the smoky grill. And let's see, what else? Some olives, some green peppers, sliced thin radishes.
Oh, okay.
And steamed in wine. Well, there's some onions in there too, yeah. Okay. But mushrooms, I forgot to tell everybody that there were mushrooms in there.
Yeah. Sounds like a good combo. Hot, hot.
Yeah. But here's one of those radishes. I can't wait. Oh. It's got a real salty taste to it. Another one.
Oh, okay.
But it's sweet and salty. And it doesn't have the heat that a raw one would have. It's really good. I wonder what it tastes like if we roasted it. Like roasted radishes, whole radishes.
So this is a radish?
Yeah. Tell me what you think of that.
With a little bit of
You can be honest.
cheese. Yeah, they're good.
Isn't that sweet? And it does taste salty, doesn't it?
Yeah, amazing. Of course, you might have picked up some salt from the olives and stuff.
Oh yeah.
And the lettuce comes off as being like spinach.
Yeah. Look at that.
Yeah.
Dark, like spinach.
And it doesn't taste hot.
No.
I had really expected those peppers to make it hot, but they didn't.
Well, they weren't the holy mollies. They were what was called the giant peppers, I think. Maybe there was another one. It's on the video.
You've got some big bell peppers that are.
Yeah, the giant peppers. They're not giant yet, but yeah, this is really good. The pepper's not hot, but boy, I'll tell you, the radishes are so good. And the lettuce. I never thought lettuce would be as good as spinach. Did you?
No. So used to thinking of lettuce as a salad.
Yeah, and salad. But I've got red lettuce out there. I think maybe tomorrow I will cook up some red lettuce in another kind of dish. Maybe I'll put some pork sausage in it.
Red leaf lettuce.
Yeah, red leaf lettuce. It's a good meal.
You
Should
done
try
good,
it.
Tom.
You should try it. Lettuce is good on the grill or on the stove. It's real good. And it's filling. And it's good for you. What else can I say?
Thank you.
You're welcome.